Last we met, we spoke about fear, right? How fear has the power to immobilize us, and how fear is not real, but just our imagination, the things that we project into the future that immobilizes us, that prevents us from taking massive action. Now, what we're going to talk about today is passion, right? What are the things inside you? What is that one thing that sets your heart on fire? I mean, you can do it all day and just be so excited. My thing is learning, is teaching. I learn stuff. I put it together. I put it together into consumable formats and just present it to as many people as possible. And that's what I'm doing with you right now. And I'm fired up. Right? I get so excited to do this stuff. I get excited when I'm talking to people, when I'm out with my clients, my coaching clients, when I'm working with them and seeing them achieve massive results. I get fired up. My heart is set on fire. And see that little plank of wood there? Man, I tell you, I broke that with all my heart. I was so passionate, so on fire right there. So what we're gonna talk about now is, you have these passions within you, right? How can you use the tools that you already have in your physical being to accomplish and achieve more, right? How do we make sure that your heart stays on fire? How do we make sure that you do the right things physically to maintain that momentum, right? So we're gonna look at our tools, right? One of my mentors, Carlos Escario, he was the president of UTI Worldwide, and he's my mentor now. He always told me, he said, Peter, look, anytime you get in front of people to teach, or when you get on a stage, wherever you go, just need to understand that all you need to be great in every moment of your life is within you at that very moment. And that was amazing, right? But a lot of times we know we have all we need, right? But we don't put ourselves in a state. We don't pull from our resources to be as effective, as productive, as impactful as we can be. And what we're going to share here today is the tools you can use for that, right? The first one is your physiology. When I say physiology, I'm talking about your body, your physical body, right? What you can do with your body. Now, I want us to go through a quick exercise. And like I said again, you guys might be wondering, hey, we're supposed to be learning how to get the job we want now. Trust me, these are the fundamentals, the foundation that you need to ensure that happens, right, in the future. Physiology. Think about this. I want you guys to do something for me really quick. I want you to sit down, right? Just get relaxed. And I want you to take short, rapid breaths. I don't know if you could hear that, but almost like a dog that's panting, like short, as if you just ran. Short, rapid breaths. And as you're doing that, I want you to slump your shoulders forward, right? Then I want you to drop your head, just hang your head and take these short, rapid breaths and just, close your eyes or look down, put a sad face on or put a frown on your face, just frown your brow, look down and just slump your shoulders. And I want you to just, these short, rapid breaths. Do you feel like you're ready to go conquer a job interview? Do you feel like you're ready to go conquer a project? Do you feel like you're ready to go be the best you can be? If you do, you're the first, because this is a very disarming, right? Disarming physical, I'd say, manifestation. When you bring your body in like that, when you set your physique like that, with your shoulders slumped forward, your head down, your eyes down, short rapid breaths. Think about what happens to you before you go present or go speak to someone. You feel like you can't breathe. When you're talking, you feel like you're out of breath, right? That's when you're nervous. That's when you think, things are not going to go well, right? And that's what's happening there, right? It's because your physique is not allowing, your physiology is not aligned with your desires, what you want to achieve, right? So now let's do the reverse. I want you to sit up, okay? Sit up, chest out, shoulders back, head up, look up high, right? And I want you to take in nice, deep, and controlled breaths, okay? And I want you to put on a nice smile on your face. Force that smile on your face, okay? Tell me, do you now feel like you're ready to conquer that interview? Do you feel like you're ready to go conquer that project? How do you feel when your body is when you have your physiology so strong and in such an empowering state? You feel like you're ready to go take on the world, right? Exactly. So that shows you how your physiology plays a huge role. The next thing we're going to look at here is focus, right? What do you focus on? What do you place your mind on? What are the thoughts that you're thinking, right? Here's what I want you to do with this one, right? I want you to now just sit down, just be relaxed, close your eyes, and I want you to imagine what it would be like to fail. Take some time and think about it. What would it look like to fail? What would it feel like? Give yourself to think about it. Give yourself some time to think about it. Imagine it, feel it, picture it. Now, what would it feel and look like to be embarrassed or fired or turned down for a job? How does it feel like? What does it look like? Is it a picture? Is it black and white? Is it a movie? Are you walking around? Are you seeing your resume being torn up into pieces? What do you see? Okay, now we're gonna snap out of that. Now I want you to think about something else. What would it look like and feel like to be successful, to be powerful, to have achieved your end result, to have the job that you want on your terms? What would it feel like to be celebrated by everyone for being an expert in your industry, for knowing your stuff? What would it feel like to be wanted by every company? What would it feel like for them to ask you for your resume, for them to ask you to come work for them? What would that feel like? What would it feel like when you're turning down jobs because there are too many of them? What would that feel like? Very different, right? Very different from before. And imagine if you were going into a job interview feeling this, thinking this, that you're the one who's desired, you're the one who's needed. Just give that a thought, right? Here's what we're going to do. And sorry I didn't pull that up earlier, but here as it says, whatever you make your focus is what you will experience and feel. I want you guys to watch a quick video, okay, on focus, all right? All right, you're going to count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball. Okay, so focus on all white players. How many times are they passing the basketball? Let's see if you get it right. How many passes did you count? The correct answer is 15, right? But the most important thing is, did you see the gorilla? I love this test. If you've taken this before, you may have already seen this gorilla. But if you haven't, you may have still seen the gorilla or may not. A lot of people do not see the gorilla, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this little video I had for you there. Prevents you from hearing my voice all the time. I hope you're enjoying it so far, right? So, but that talks about focus. That talks about how the things we focus on, right, become what we see and what we experience and what we feel. When you focus on the guys wearing the white shirt, that's all you focus on, it, and you think about how many passes versus what's really going on, right? So the things we focus our minds on really become reality to us. Okay, the next thing is language, right? A lot of people don't think language really plays a role in anything, but language can be one of the most important things in your life, right? how often, now I want you to think, how often do we say the words can't or won't, right? When we associate certain words to experiences, we give those words power, right? So if I say I can't do X, Y, Z, whenever that thing comes up, in my mind, my physiology and my physiology is in a disarming state. My focus is on failing, not being able to accomplish. And the language I use is I can't, I won't. Right? Think about Mondays. Oh gosh, it's Monday again. I gotta go to work. Right? That thought in itself, right, it is another example of how people wake up on Monday mornings feeling disempowered, right? Feeling disarmed versus, putting your feet on the ground and springing up, just excited, saying, thank God it's Monday, right? The language you use will determine your physiology as well as your focus. But what you need to understand here is all these things are tied in. If your physiology is in a disarming state, your language will most likely also be a disarming set of words or disarming language. And your focus will be on what would happen, the negative things that would happen, you failing, you being embarrassed, etc., right? All these things tie into each other. So it's important that as we continue to go into to other modules and into more learnings, you keep your mind on your physiology, focus on what you focus on, and as well as your language, right? And then when you go out and you practice with friends and employees and colleagues and when you're looking for jobs, even as you apply for jobs online, make sure your physiology, your focus, and language are empowering you, are arming you to take massive action. All right, we'll see you in the next module.